Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we are going to explore the not as pricey version of Sweetens Cove.
Yeah.
This is the Kennessee from Sweetens Cove. They came out, was that last year, 2 years ago? Something like that. 2 years ago, Sweetens Cove came out, and one, it was sourced. Two, it was about $200 for a bottle.
Steep, very steep.
And then the rumors. Well, not the rumors. The actuals. The actuals are Peyton Manning and Andy Roddick.
And I would think there's other people involved, so I imagine it's probably some of their friends. Probably investors as well.
And Sweetens Cove is a golf course someplace in Tennessee.
It's a 9-hole golf course. Not all the way down to Chattanooga. I think it's just
like East Tennessee though, ish. More that direction. From us, it's east. Yeah. Anyway, so they released that 2 years ago. It got a bunch of buzz, but I honestly think that was a lot of paid for marketing.
A lot
buzz.
of publicity.
They got a lot of publicity is what they got. It wasn't spectacular whiskey. It was fine. It was not $200 whiskey.
No.
And then the rumor was it ended up being like 13-year-old Dickel, which you can get 13-year-old Dickel for like $40. So there's that. This is the Kennessee whiskey. So this is, I think, their second release. And they still have the premium one. It's a pretty cool cork with, a little metal band, a little metal fidgety thing on top. This is a blend of Kentucky
and
Tennessee bourbons, both bourbons. And apparently there is a historic reference to that. Like Kennessee is actually a reference to people that used to homestead, like right on the border.
Okay.
And it was disputed. They just called that the Kennessee area. So I thought that was kind of an interesting.
You're a Tennessean?
Yeah, you're a Tennessean. Yeah.
Ooh, got the proof there.
Yeah. All right, so we got just over 100 proof. 110.7. 110.7 is where this guy comes in at. So it's a decent proof. But the fun parts. All right.
It's not Dickel.
What?
Columbia, Tennessee.
It's that
That's the other
Tennessee Distilling Company.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's positive one. We'll take that as positive one.
They did the Kirkland stuff.
So what they're doing is they're blending, and I want to say it does not say straight. Okay, so they're blending a Kentucky bourbon and a Tennessee bourbon, and they don't tell you a whole lot of the details around what they're blending, but it's then finished in steel with like wooden staves of sugar maple oak.
Okay.
So the way that it's described on the website, their master blender is Marianne Eves, something like that. This is the Kentucky version of the Lincoln County process. That's what they're. So the Lincoln County process, they take charcoal and they filter it through the charcoal. Well, that kind of strips some of the flavor away.
Yep.
So they take some kind of like spiral stave and put it into the stainless steel vat that they're holding the whiskey and let that kind of
just picture a bunch of like beer kegs.
Filter it. Very big would be my guess. Very, very big.
Ooh, that is very sweet. That's good.
Yeah, the nose is a little proof. Sweet proof. Again, it's got like a sweet proof to it, and that's about it. It's not crazy any particular direction.
I get hints of sweetness, but I get more ethanol.
Yeah, the ethanol is pretty strong on the nose.
But on the palate, it is real sweet up front, and then I get a little bit of the burn on the back end.
I got total opposite. As soon as I put it in my mouth, I got a whole bunch of like warmth. Like not a burn, it's not harsh, just warmth. And then I get like a orange jam, like very citrusy and sweet. And then I get
an orange marmalade.
A Tennessee kiss? I don't even know. What do you? Well, no, because the kiss is the lips if your lips burn. So yeah, I get a weird little hug.
Yeah, I get the tingle now from the proof on my tongue, on the sides.
Yeah, but the nose, it's very ethanol forward on the nose. It doesn't really. It's not letting anything else out. It's just very ethanol-y.
And I'm thinking water is just going to enhance that. What do you think?
Right, that wasn't as much of a burn. That's really like maple syrup, you know. Yeah, like maple syrup. Very strong maple notes. I don't know. The other kicker is, instead of $200, this bottle is $60.
Worth it.
Way more reasonable for a really solid product.
But you still need to be able to, it's not ready to avail. Oh,
it's harder to
it's
find.
harder to find.
It's harder to find, and it's only in like 13 states. Well, because everybody who wanted to get Sweetens Cove because of Peyton Manning, and Peyton Manning was UT, so I mean, Tennessee people love Peyton Manning. So there's, I think as soon as they're like, oh, well, that one's only $60, I'm going to buy that all day long. And they, honestly, yeah, they should. It's pretty good. This is another bottle from Mr. Adam Morgan. So, yeah, we were over there. Was it like, I don't know, like a week and a half ago, something along those lines, and we were sampling a whole bunch of different whiskeys, and had some cocktails.
You would have thought we were at a whiskey festival.
Yeah, we were at our own little whiskey festival, because you brought one or two, I brought like 2 or 3, and he kept bringing out more and making some cocktails. Anyway. He sent
the cocktails were palate cleansers. Though.
That's all they were. That's correct. They were just to get you to the next drink. We've got 6 bottles of his now to review. So we're gonna make our way through those.
He has a honey hole.
He does.
And
he's got his spot that he can.
He has access to some
pretty solid bottles. So we've agreed to a trading process where he gets to sample some of almost everything that we buy, and we get to sample almost everything he buys. That's kind of how that works.
So spicier, hotter on the back end. Like I got a really strong like butterscotch on the front end.
Okay, yeah, all right. As soon as I was waiting, I was like, hotter, spicier on the back. Yes, totally agree. Yes, there is a little bit of a spice that hits the back of the throat, but it's like a creamy Werther's type.
But that butterscotch on the front.
Like, yeah, it coats your mouth and everything. That's odd that water would make it do that. But the nose still never really opens.
Nope.
There's not much in there. There's a little bit of like I want to say like a burnt sugar, like a creme brulee note of sort. That top part, I get a little of that going towards a toffee, caramel, that kind of note. But the ethanol just really comes out pretty strong.
Yeah, I can get that burnt sugar on the top of like a creme brulee.
But the palate, really sweet and just a little bit of a spice towards the end. I think I preferred the palate neat. Whatever that maple note that I was getting
is gone.
But it was really good. I liked that maple note. Now it's just like a sweet, caramel. No, butterscotch. Butterscotch is the right note. It's very like a creamy butterscotch, which I like. But that maple rock candy type note that I was getting on neat was so different. I liked it. And they used toasted sugar maple. So it like popped.
It dries out now on the back. It's drying out for me.
I don't know if I'm there.
But man, my tongue is tingling.
Yeah, I mean, I get the tongue tingling part. I wouldn't say drying out. I'm not getting that.
Okay.
No, yeah. I'm not getting to the drying out point. There's such a creamy note, and then just this like little spice that kind of hits here and kind of like rolls down the chest. Not a full hug at this point with the water, but I can definitely feel it, like right in this area.
So at this point, they've only got the 2.
My understanding is they have this one, and then they have their premium one.
So I gotta think at some point they're gonna come up with something in the middle.
They're gonna keep going. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, because again, $200 bottle only caters to certain.
Handful of people.
The $60 bottle you can sell all day long.
Absolutely.
So I would like to think that they gotta come out with something in the middle.
I agree. I think there's an $80 to $100 bottle coming.
Because that's a reach for people that normally only spend $60. Okay, I like this one. It's not the $200.
Right.
Some in the middle. Okay, I'll try it. And then the guys that are spending $200, oh, you're only going to charge $150?
Yeah.
I'm in.
I've had the original Sweetens Cove in a sampling at Cold Springs. It was fine, but so's the 13-year-old Dickel bottled and bond. It is a very similar profile. And I don't mind it. I like it, but it's not $200.
I had it at a friend of mine who's a diehard UT fan. So that's why he had the bottle. And he said the same thing. He goes, yeah, it was good, but
not $200 good.
Not $200. But for $60
This one, I actually think this is better. Mm-hmm. Oddly. I think this is a better bourbon whiskey. Not because it's not a bourbon. This is a better whiskey than Sweetens Cove is. The original one, my opinion.
Better bang for the buck.
Absolutely. No question about that guy.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. The whole process in the stainless steel with the
very weird.
Yeah.
It's a very weird process to just throw it in there. No more wood impact other than the staves that you put in it. It's very different.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It definitely added something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Sweetens Cove, Kennessee.
Kennessee?
I feel like I want to say Kennesaw, but it's not.
I don't.
Not right.
I want to sing the song. Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That's what I would. That's what I keep thinking. Anyway.
All right. Anyway, that's a whole other tangent. Again, this is bottle 2 of 2. So hopefully they come out with something here in the near future. Yeah, again, cool. I think something more in the middle.
Yep.
So we'll see.
100.
They come out with it. We'll try to track it down.
That's right.
If we don't, I'm sure Adam will.
That's right.
So good friend of the show, and we always return the favor though.
That's correct.
So, well, we appreciate you joining our review of the Sweetens Cove Kennessee. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, we encourage you to support and hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
And while you're down there, subscribe. You can hit the bell icon to get notified when we put out new episodes of reviews of whiskeys pretty similar to this.
Some good, some bad.
Some good, some bad.
Some
About
middle.
2 times a week, we will put something out there, and you can follow us as we explore every whiskey we can get our hands on, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.